Hey there, friends and enemies, Joper here again, and today we got the world premiere trailer for Blood Message, a brand new single-player adventure that I am looking forward to from what I've seen online so far, but I want to check out the trailer, give my reaction to it, and honestly talk about what I think this game could be and why I am pretty excited about it overall. Again, just from what we've seen. It's very new, very early on with this game, so remains to be seen, but it does seem like it's got a very interesting premise for sure. Oh, that looks very clean. Obviously cinematics, so
大唐还在的时候，丝路上的灯火从西域一直亮到长安。 能点亮天上的星河。
The graphics so far are incredible. Is this gameplay?
神佛还会比我和稀吗？我是认真决定的，我还是想再试一次。今日我们所流的血，是为了把大唐带回来。
Okay.
我们必须在破城之前把安宁带出来。
Yeah, this is gameplay for sure. Looks pretty clean. We got almost like Assassin's Creed there.
安宁，等着我。安宁，安宁。
阿爷，我将追随沙洲一举。
去长安，你这是让他们去送死。
Yeah, it's got definite Ghost of Tsushima, Assassin's Creed type vibes for sure. Maybe a little bit more over the top action so far.
风来积散，为众生之苦，长漫于天地之间。回家吧，这一切毫无意义。天命所归，我才是大唐。
Okay, yeah, this is sick. Okay, it's very graphic for sure. No fantasy elements so far. Way more grounded looking. Unless that changes here. Got an interesting mix of things. This almost feels like Uncharted or Tomb Raider inspired. Oh, I wonder if you play as the dad and maybe it transitions to play as the son. Or her. I would like more games where you play different protagonists throughout the entirety of the game. I think that would be kind of sick. Interesting. We sent 10 teams of messengers, each and every one of them prepared to die. Interesting. Coming to PC and consoles. Alright, so I like the look of this game for sure. I feel like it's got a lot of things going for it. It doesn't necessarily at this point look like it's an RPG, more like a single player narrative driven adventure game. Think Ghost of Tsushima a little bit. I don't know if it's going to be open world or not, but it does look maybe more like God of War, Tomb Raider, those types of games. And I think that's cool. Like, I want more games of that nature. We don't need every game to be like a massive, like, open-ended thing if it's got an interesting narrative to follow. Gameplay remains to be seen on that. If it's got too simple gameplay, if there's not enough options, then it'll get stale pretty quickly. But if they add some variety, whether it's different weapons, whether it's different ways to approach combat, that's one of the things the newer Assassin's Creed like Shadows does fairly well, in that like you can play as a more aggressive combat oriented player, or you can sneak around, do assassinations, do all that kind of stuff. And I think that's what I want to see from this game, is what the options are, right? We don't know yet how much we're going to be able to vary things in combat, so that's one question I do have. The story looks like it could be very interesting, a very personal, dark tone to the tale, which I personally like quite a bit. It does look very polished. This is from NetEase as the publisher. This is their first time, I think, backing a single-player game, which is pretty fascinating to me, because I do feel like there is space for that. Especially you have a developer who is relatively unknown as far as I'm aware, and seems to have a lot of resources with regards to like the quality that we're seeing. Now the questions do remain: how good is this game actually going to be? How is this a bait and switch? That's always the question when we see early look gameplay. But what's promising for me is that we saw a mix of cinematics and actual gameplay with the reveal, which I think is very, very important, and I want more games to do that, because one, it feels like the game is farther along. It's not like 7 years out, 6 years out potentially when they're first using it. And then also we get a kind of idea for the game. Sometimes you'll look at a cinematic, and then once you see the gameplay, they just don't sync up with expectations, and that's something I hope this game avoids for sure. Now, other than that, I'm really excited about this one to see more than anything. Like, obviously, I don't think we're getting this game this year or anything of that nature. It's probably 2026 at the earliest, maybe even later than that, depending on how far along they really are. But I'll be staying tuned for this. I will definitely be checking out all future content that they do drop, new trailers, new gameplay, all that kind of good stuff. So stay tuned for all that. Like the video as always, comment, subscribe. My name is Jopo. Let me know what you think about Blood Message so far. Have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.